Woo! Microphone's on. And we live.
Hello.
Playing Mario Party? Holy crap. Sorry.
Why aren't we? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 4-Hit Combo Art Day. You're here with Tear.
Rex.
And Fishbone.
Hooray! And Cobalt's also
Cobalt?
here.
Is he though?
I don't know.
We don't know how long Cobalt's going to be sticking around. But we are doing Art Day. Each of us have some different stuff we're doing. Rex is going through and doing some shading and highlighting on the poses that she's been working on for the past couple weeks. Fishbone is continuing emotes, and I assume that's the bonk emote you have up?
Yes.
It's magical. And I believe I have 2 chibis to make. I just have to pull up who needs to make them. I've changed up the chat box, and now they appear on screen for a little bit. So if you want to spam emotes or talk to us, it will appear on screen here. So I was hoping that might, I don't know, feel a little bit more user interactive than our normal setup. Who knows? Oh yeah, I really like it when it's the emotes. If you just send a single emote, it's huge.
Yeah.
So that's lots of fun. Oh yeah, if you have any animated emotes, I think they animate too in like B format. So that's fun.
Wait a minute. We do have access to animated emotes, don't we? Give me just a minute.
We do now. Like, we'll have to figure out what the heck we're gonna do for that. But if you have anybody else's currently, feel free to use them and do whatever.
I don't think so.
What
were you saying about pronouns too? I feel like
yeah.
that'd be
So
important.
if you look here, I'm gonna go to Twitch. I'm gonna say hello, everybody. Hello. Blanc. There we go. Oh, my message is being covered up by the alert. For a split second there, you can see on the chat box that I sent, I had my pronouns up there. So that's something you can do now with these chat boxes that I've changed to, is you can set your pronouns if you desire. And how you do that is you go to, I will post it, you go to this website, Blanc, haha, and what you log in with your Twitch account, and then you can set your pronouns, and then whenever you chat in chat, they'll be there. And I assume, Nil, whenever you set yours or whatever, your name is going to be so long because it adds it to the length of the name.
Nice.
Yeah, Pepper, it's the pronouns plugin. Yay!
Yay!
So I assume like other people might pop in, and we might have to share this link around a few times. So just let me know.
We could probably add it to the bot with like a command that's like ! set pronouns or something.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
And Nil said the same thing.
Yeah, I did this all last night, so this is all new to the crew as well.
Oh, you did a lot. This is really cool.
Yeah, I really like this this chat bubble feature. Anyways, I think that's everything about the chat box. Aside from, I think something happens if you highlight a message, and something happens if you type /me first before your message. That's the only different things I can think of. Anyways, I gotta check who I need to do emotes for. Un momento.
Ooh, highlighted messages are all glowy looking.
Oh yeah, it's rainbow. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
more reason for me to abuse highlighting messages. With my 145,000 counterfeit hooded coins. Also, I can't get the damn pronoun link to work.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, remove the S in the HTTPS, and it worked for me.
Oh.
Oh, Taco redeemed a message that says, "Hey guys, I just want to thank you for all the love and care your community shows, and I can't thank you guys enough for everything. Heart."
Aw. You're welcome, Taco.
Oh,
Taco.
Thank you for being here.
yeah.
We've got a close-knit community, so not gonna lie, like, your own contribution adds to the wonderfulness that is this.
We love Taco in this house.
Love Taco!
Sorry, Taco. I was distracted. Thank you. Just very nice.
Yeah, my pronouns are showing up. Whatever. I'll do that later.
Oh, they're not showing up?
No, maybe it needs a second to actually update. I don't know.
Oh, shoot, when I tested it out, it was instant. What the hecky?
Rude.
Yeah, mine's not showing up right away either. That's fine.
Oh, boo. I hope it's, like, not the instance of, Streamlabs. Like I'd have to restart Streamlabs to have it work, because that'd be really poopy.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
nice. Cool.
That sounds like a pain in the butt.
Okay, I should get to work.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be working on stuff anyways, so like, whatever.
It's going to be a, for sure, like, low energy type of stream.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're
We
here
are
to
all having
vibe,
a day.
Yeah.
Fab.
Mine's a tired day.
Was cursed by my ancestors deciding to eat an apple. That's a joke for all you Christians in the audience.
I
who
understood that reference.
What? I get it, but I don't.
Just the Christian things.
Hashtag just Christian things.
I ditched that a long time ago.
Alright, I've got a draw me for... wait, Phoenix Factory? I already drew you. What's that for? Mark is complete. And Qwiskyy. Qwiskyy! I've got a thing to draw you. You want to be drawn? I think I'm going to reject the other ones. Suggest a poll, we didn't do it. Add time, we didn't do it. Guide the raid, we didn't do it. There. All caught up. Delicious. Qwiskyy says, cool help. Kybor did. Help! Alright, so, Qwiskyy, in order for me to draw you, I think I saw your character that you made in Discord a little bit, but if you could go to the subscriber channel or the art channel, any of those, and start a thread and tag me in it. And then once you do that, post any references to your character, how tall they are, your prevailing color, or any pose ideas you have, anything like that, and I can get vibing. I just realized sometimes the chat bubble covers up fish and cobalt.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Maybe something I'll have to workshop a little later. Commander Popper says, I dig the new chat readout, but there's a selfish part of me that knows that I'm planning on going back through to look for quotes that miss the generic readout just for the fact it keeps old messages on screen. LMAO. Yeah, I figured I couldn't really do a setup where the message would just stay on screen, but maybe I could? It's a work in progress. Things might change. And Neil says, someone hit me with that pronoun link again. I moved to my PC to see if it would help, but I don't have the link. Sure, one sec. And I won't copy the HTTP because apparently that breaks it. Okay. Incoming chat thing. Yay! Buffers tells me, no, Tear. Don't worry about it. I'm just being whiny. I can adapt. Well, like during streams, we've never really had like the quotes on, like the chat on screen before. And I was thinking, I don't know. I thought it would be fun to do it, especially because I really like this poppin' style. Says the music is like 1 decibel too loud. I can put it down several.
Nil is 1 decibel too loud.
God.
Wait, I'll put it down here, and then I'll raise it up over here. Also, it might be this farming thing. This farm music is like, be assaulted with the music of a horse.
What? I can't hear it, so I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds extremely bizarre.
Oh, I'll share it with you then.
Yes, do it.
What? My friends can't hear my music? Impossible.
Impossible.
There we go.
Oh, now I hear
I
it.
could actually, yeah, I could hear it now too.
If you
I hear
wish
it last
to
week.
hear the music of horses.
The music of horses.
Okay. I think I gotta close some windows. I noticed my mouse is lagging. Whoops. Alright, Qwiskyy sent something. Woohoo! Did you tag me in it though? In Discord, if you just type @tear, you should be able to tag me. And then I can see where you posted things easily. Ah, here we go. There. Alright. I see your stuff. I like the big dude-ness of this. That has very tall man. Huge man references.
Huge man.
Huge man!
And
Oh, is your reference here stippled? Oh my gosh, it for sure is. That's awesome. Also, I just spotted the secret Among Us. Aura Bear says, Cobalt, tell us a story.
About what?
Sing us the song of your people.
This is a Cobalt story, all about how this dog got twisted, turned upside down.
He'd like to take a minute, just sit right there.
Yes. Foolish artists, do all the work for me.
Tell you how this became the dog with long hair.
I'm trying to remember to post the thumbnail to Instagram for once.
Yay! Qwiskyy's back. Okay, Qwiskyy, are you a tall or a small? I assume big man tall?
Almost guarantee it.
Almost guarantee. We've also got Radar and Emoji Shadow Knight in chat too. Hello,
Guys,
everybody.
we have a lot of energy tonight, as you can tell.
So energetic.
Super energy.
So much of it.
We do need some power thirst, I feel like.
Oh my god. I've not heard of Power Thirst in ages.
It's been 500 years.
Wow.
500 babies?
So many baby.
That fucking video lives rent-free in my head.
I can't believe I forgot it.
Yeah, I'm sad that I remembered it.
I have to remember it, so do you, and everyone that
No.
we suffer together.
I don't remember what it is because I don't know what you're
Alright.
talking about. Ha!
I have a friend in high school that would almost always just speak in quotes, and that video has been ingrained into my brain, and I've only seen it a few times because I've just heard
God.
every part of it so many times.
Surprised I haven't done that to Cobalt. I feel like I did quote that a lot for a while.
You know, Qwiskyy, just looking at your references a little bit, it looks like you have like a knitted burning hat as the top of your head. Just a little bit. Emoji saying, I bet all my high crew this stream will end in 2 hours. You gonna attach money to that bet? Attach bits to that bet? No.
We'll be managing all bets. Please send them directly to my PayPal.
Right,
For
right.
legal reasons. Right, please.
For
Back me
legal
up.
reasons, this is a joke. Especially if
gonna
you're
work
a
on
minor.
lawyer. Yeah, seriously, please. Wait, y'all don't know my PayPal. I'm fine.
It's that fishbone at 4hitcombo email.com. I made that up. That's not true.
gov.
Don't send anything to that. .gov.
I gotta check something upstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And then he never came back.
No.
Spoilers.
If he's not back in 20 minutes.
Calling the police.
I was like, are we gonna do what Emoji said and just cancel the stream? There's like a I don't know if it was in the States, but it was definitely in Canada. The Corn Pops commercial. I gotta have my pops.
Oh
I
God.
had that one too.
I gotta have my dogs.
Without a dog, is life even worth it? I don't think so.
Also, Qwiskyy had said that these are.
I regret saying.
It's a slime hat, and he's like a supervillain, and the little ones around are like little minions, but the little slime minions.
Slime
Oh.
minions.
I love this concept.
I'm saying minions, and it seems so tainted. Like, ew, no,
No,
wait,
don't,
not
don't
minions.
do that. I wasn't thinking about the minions until you said that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Banana.
Fun fact, when the Minion movie was released in other countries, they had to change the name of it because they had already renamed Despicable Me 2 as Minions.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh yeah, I guess Qwiskyy, here's a question for you. Are these little curly things here, are they like your ears or just like extra little curly cues? Because I was thinking they're just extra little curly cues. Pupper says in a highlighted message, fish minion flashbacks.
I remember the war.
You're never too young for a Vietnam flashback.
Oh my god, Rex, your shading is just so freaking good.
Oh, thank you.
Staria says in chat, oh god, Rex, you made Cryo more sexy.
I know, it's, you know what, I bet it would help if I got rid of this chiseled cheekbone, you know? Like, yeah, let's make him more square.
He's still hot. You can't fix it.
But with less
It's too
cheekbone,
late.
he's like
Embrace-
2% less hot.
He has freckles. He's automatically cute. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them with violence.
With extreme prejudice. Actually, I should look up how to shade ice, because I could probably do this a lot cooler than this. But I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna keep plugging away for now.
Oh yeah, Qwiskyy, the question was, I was curious about your hair thing. So I see in your hat, you have like these little bumps outward. Are they just like extra curly cues like the rest of the stuff on top? Or are they like part of your ears? That is my question. My question is how your head work. Please tell me.
You asked me that same thing.
I did. Actually, I think I demanded you draw it for me.
Several angles. And then I did more angles than you asked for. Because I don't know why.
Oh, I loved them. They were fantastic.
Wait, how does physics work again? What was I doing? Nope.
They are real ears. Okay. Then I won't make them curly cues. I'll make them ear bumps.
Ear bumps. Okay, right.
Hey, Abs is here in chat. Hello, Abs.
Hey, Abs.
How's it going?
Up. Alrighty.
Streamlabs. Yeah, if you like the new chat, and are interested to do so, you may set your pronouns. This chat allows it. You'll see some people's chat bubble pop up, and they'll have their pronouns set. I'm gonna throw a link in chat. That's where you go. You sign in with your Twitch, and you can set your pronouns, if you so desire. Rexes aren't working yet.
I have no pronouns. I am an enigma.
My pronouns are none. Don't refer to me.
I prefer not to be perceived. Actually, I'm gonna just hold off on shading more of Cryo for a minute to see if I can find a quick thing on how to cell shade ice.
Ooh. Research and development here. This playlist said like relaxing music, but it feels like more atmospheric music.
Are they not the same thing?
I guess they close. Oh, and Advo's here! Advo says, Chair, did you see the thing with the tomorrow birthday game? I did not. What's that?
Birthday.
Okay, I think I'm back now.
Welcome back!
God damn it, excuse me. Hi, Cryo.
Oh, Cryo's here? Hello.
Yes. The Cryo is here in the chat.
No. No.
Look, Cryo, at you!
Ain't you?
You.
Also, I did a thing with the chat bubbles, and I didn't tell anybody beforehand.
Probably because we would have been like, no, you already have too much work to do. If I don't tell them, they can scold me.
Then I can just get praised for when it's done. Yay!
Shit, he's figuring us
We
out.
appreciate you. We just don't want you to overwork yourself.
God damn it!
Qu'est-ce que le overwork?
I don't know if we said anything, but people are trying to check their pronouns. I think we were starting to guess that it might have to be, like, Streamlabs might need to be refreshed or something.
Oh shit, so it won't be this stream, it'll be like the next one?
At least I think that's what we were narrowing it down to.
I think so.
Because I did mine a while ago now, and I don't think it updated mine either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine works. If I do this. Yeah, mine says he, him. He, him!
Here!
This
My
is
My
so
pronouns
gentle
are-
talking.
My pronouns are he, ha, and you will refer to me as such.
I will say, like, the pronoun selector, there are a lot of pronouns I'm not aware of and did not know, and do not know what they mean.
Oh yeah, they had quite a few Neo pronouns
Yeah.
on there. I was impressed.
Oh, I think my computer's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh, it just unfrozen, did everything I did in like a split second. What the heck?
Oh no!
Oh, that's how you drop bubbles in ice. Ah.
Oh my
I
god.
kind of wish they had a custom pronoun, unless I missed that one
Qwiskyy.
somewhere.
Because he says mine is always ga mer.
God damn it. Get out, Qwiskyy.
Oh, that took way too long to register.
I would say I'm sure it's a lot easier when reading it typed out, to be fair, but yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, that would be my only complaint, is that there's not custom pronouns.
Hey Tara, can I be scooted down a little bit?
Well, they do have the common ones on there, like Fae Fairs. I saw it's on there, and I know a lot of selectors don't have it's.
Thank you.
You guys running into each other?
Yeah, Fish was stepping on my ears when I talk.
Well, you sat on my head the other day, so.
Yeah, that's just how dogs claim things, God.
Get your butt glands off my face.
Well, I'm not now.
Yes, the JPEG is not a good file format. No one understands this.
But I like fuzzy edges, said no one. I love how JPEGs are especially like biased against red. They're like, oh, this is red? I can't see red. I'm just gonna make shit up.
I'm gonna make shit up.
Kat, how do you feel about the gentle bonking?
The gentle bonk. Oh my gosh. It hurts, but so good. The bonk room being animated is particularly good.
Like it should
Less
be
of
more
a bonk
aggressive.
and more of like a little.
I don't know, I feel like that matches the vibe of our chat more. Like, I don't feel like anyone's being aggressively bonked. Except maybe by Nice Night.
It's like whenever your pet is being like a little bit of a pest, but not enough to warrant like you actually getting mad at them. You just give them like a little like tap on the nose kind of thing.
Yeah, just
Yep.
stop it. No. Like a step above a boop. Exactly, an angry boop!
Or it says, does
But I
a
actually-
gentle bonk.
Wait, there's a few
And there's-
highlighted messages we missed.
Yeah, and there's a little conversation going. Or it says when everything's highlighted, then nothing will be. Guacamole says, alright, I'll highlight all the time. And back to the save file thing, Pupper says, bane of my existence, JPEGs. Sliff highlights 100 coins is nothing, to which I answered with a highlight, considering I have almost 150,000, it really isn't.
Well, time to up our prices.
And Ab
Wow,
says,
way to show your privilege, Cobalt.
Ab says, hey, it's a really privilege, that just means I live here. And don't use them. If you're on, I'm here and I never use them.
It's poor because I like to swing.
At one
Votes.
point, Ab says I'm keeping all of my counterfeits, and after I said how much I have, it was followed by, it seems my objective is defeating Cobalt. Because Abs has 95,000.
Oh my god.
Nice. I think Abs has more than me, but that's because I tend to throw light away on polls I want to throw.
Popper, in terms of increasing the price, Popper says, please no, I only have 6.2 thousand. And Aura wants to know if I'll keep scrolling up in the chat because there is a highlighted message in particular. I could.
Wait, I'm already on it. I'll
But-
read it.
Okay, 'cause I'm
Says-
not sure which one.
Aura Bear had said, you should have given, or I'm not sure what
Oh
that
wait,
word
no,
is.
I just purposely opted out of that one. Never mind.
Yeah, or saying you should have given Cryo a big crotch bulb to make it even weirder. I said bulb, but it's bulge.
I do it as a joke, but that's
Not
not,
the
a
bulgy
joke I want to be
walgy.
complicit in.
The pads are too baggy. It wouldn't work.
Okay, bigger swing was a good idea. I don't know who said that, but
Listen, Cryo has ballroom pants.
I know what you meant, but my brain was like ballroom dancing pants.
Yeah, that's the fun in the joke, because I also always think of that when I say it, even though I know that's not how I mean it.
Oh my god, Slip, I love that emote.
Oh wait, yeah, so that answers that question.
it's
The animated
Advo.
ones do work.
Okay, thank you. I like it a lot better with the more of a swing. Feels correct.
First highlighted. I'm just a poor boy from a. Wait a minute.
Fish, are you familiar with squash and stretch?
Yes.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you wanted to make that broom more impactful, you could really mash the character in a corner, like really distort him for a single frame, and then like gelatinous him back the other way. So if you make him
Distort him a
tall,
little bit, but I didn't want to make it too much. Maybe I need to do more though if it's not even that noticeable. From all
usually
though.
like if you wanted to make it like more than just a soft tap, you would distort the first frame quite a bit to sell the impact.
Alright.
Only saying as someone who went to school for animation.
Yeah, no, you're way better at this than me. I was just like, oh wait.
Qwiskyy, how's this though? How do you like this pose? It's kind of going off of your big guy pose down here. Advo was saying they were highlighting to get some attention for the birthday game tomorrow. Oh yeah, sorry, I saw that you were playing 7 Days to Die? Is that it? Let me scroll up. You did highlight something. Yeah, you were saying tomorrow we'll be playing 7 days starting at noon and everyone is invited. And he was asking for an announcement and shout out. I don't have 7 days, but if anybody wants to join you or watch that, there's your birthday shout out.
Happy birth.
Happy birth.
Happy birth.
Although I think it was a few days ago now, but this will be the birthday celebration.
I don't know. I said it anyways. What the fuck was I doing?
You know what, Qwiskyy? Normally I would be like, no, please don't do that to me, and ask you not to include more than one character. But since your character is so simple, adding your little slimes seems fine. I will do that.
I was gonna say, listen, if you can draw 50 head snakes for Popper.
You know what? Valid.
That actually made like a huge difference. What the fuck?
Admiral highlighted. Yup, it should be a lot of fun. Thank you for the happy births, people. 7 days was really cheap a few days ago, but it went back up. Oh,
Oops.
well, that's disappointing.
I missed it.
I say, like, I actually had money to buy it anyway, whatever.
I'm not exactly
should've-
sure how you could do it, Fish, but I was gonna say I know how you should be stretching it. So like if this is your character. Wait, you can't see my screen, can you?
Okay. I'm watching.
So this is if this is your character, and they're like, broom incoming, and they're doing this when the broom hits them in the next frame, you'll want to do I don't stupid layer style. You'll want to do something like really squish them, like something like blat, like this, for just like one frame, or something, and then instead of having them recover nicely back into their regular frame pose, the very next frame after that needs to be something the opposite way. So if like the first impact frame is this squished out one, the next recovery frame will need to be something like this. Bloot, bloot. And then the next recovery frame after that, like coming back from this action is kind of the other way, but less. So it'd be something like this.
Oh, so it's like bouncing?
Yeah. Blap, 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 blap. And then the other one would be like, you could probably stop after 3. I would probably sell it enough. But if you wanted to like, I don't know, really drum the head around, you add more like of all that. Was that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot more work than what I was going for, but okay.
I mean, if you also give me the poses, I can do it later.
Alright.
If you want to be like, Tara, I ain't an animator, fuck off. I'll be like, that's fair. I'm drawing slime friends now.
Went on over.
What was that?
I said, what's going on over here, and scrolled up on chat a little bit. At one point, No was like me, who only knows the term from watching pros animate in Gartic phone videos. Oh yeah, stretch and squish. I totally know all about this.
Now I'm thinking I did that thing where I try to improve something, but it just sounds like I'm super criticizing it. Fish, I didn't mean it like that. I don't know if you're upset with me. I'm suddenly having weird feels.
That I was having my female time of the month, and you felt the need to do that. It was probably not a good idea.
Wait, what was that?
It's that time of the month, not an ideal time to be critiquing my artwork.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it to be a critique. I was trying to help improve.
Usually.
Because I did super like it. I was like, oh.
No, this just isn't something I usually do. So I'm already frustrated and.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm fine. I just. Now I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, what you had was fine.
I think I distorted one of these the wrong way, which wasn't helping. Whatever.
You did not have to muck around with it just to appease me.
No, I want it to look good.
Everything must be perfect.
I think Cobalt gets it.
Believe it or not, you are allowed to tell Tara to shut up.
It's true. I would appreciate if you told me to shut up kindly, but I will shut up if you told to shut up.
Tara, please, shut up.
Kindly shut your face. Okay.
Yeah, please be quiet.
Oh no, I see what I fucking did. Jesus Christ. Okay, no, I'm less annoyed now. I figured it out.
There, Qwiskyy. You've got friends.
Screw this up.
On the other side.
So I'm like, I thought I did the stretch. Like, no, it was just still squashed.
I do remember I had
Not-
this really weird interaction in college where we would go through like everybody's animation. Because like we would have animation assignments. You take a week, do an animation of whatever, submit it. And then there was kind of like a group discussion about it. And like, I don't know, I had a lot to say about the animations. Not that I think I'm particularly great or anything, but like there was like a few things I was noticing that like didn't feel right. I was expressing them and like how those could be fixed. And of course there was problems in my own work because I was a student at the time. Still learning, all that stuff. But I did have a weird interaction where somebody once told me like, Yeah, I generally consider you a negative person because I was critiquing all the animations, and I was like, what?
That's what you do, though? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I thought I was trying to help for like improvement things, but
And this is why I never gave an honest critique in my life.
I find it like, I don't know, just that side of things is like so unhelpful. But I do also get it, being an artist myself, that like kind of hearing something negative about your artwork, it's just such a turn off. What just, oh my god. Oh, I just caught Nil's highlighted message there and says, "Oh God, we have a writer circle coming up for my class, and the people are going to have to read my massive short story. I had to condense down to 2,000 words. I am scared." No, I bet you'll do great.
Rip.
Just remember, even if people like critique it, it might not be a mark of blemish. Critiques are also important to improve.
Yeah.
Though sometimes they can be frustrating, especially if they're not
Yes.
warranted.
Well, it was warranted. I just you're irritable and general right now.
I'm sorry, man. How can I make it up to you?
I don't know, like $1 million. It's just...
Chad, help me out.
I'm
I need $1
joking.
million.
I feel like I'm missing context, but I just saw Qwiskyy say do a CryoX burning fanfic. It will totally work out.
Oh no.
Actually,
Oh,
burning. I would hate that, but if you did draw me fan art of them, it would go a long way to getting me to forgive you.
Crowd just said, "I will end you."
It's something about Cryo saying "I will end you" in all, like, not even doing all caps. Like, perfectly punctuated "I will end you."
No caps, no punctuation.
Note to self, never ever ever give Cryo access to anything in my Google Docs just to be safe.
oh no.
Oh, I think Qwiskyy's trying to make it worse. Look, you can be the dog boy for Burning's cat boy. It would be cute.
He gets it.
Qwiskyy's got a death wish.
Wait, how the fuck?
Everything I'm doing now is very experimental because I don't know how to shade ice, so we're just fucking rolling with it.
Roll
Heck
with
yeah.
it.
Like when I looked up a tutorial for how to shade fire for when I was, or render fire for when I was doing burning, I was like, yeah, easy, got it. But now I'm looking at like 50 tutorials on how to do ice, and I'm like, I don't get it.
What is even the ice?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, as much as I want to actually make this look right, it is way too frustrating for me to work on right this second, so we could do more of that on my own time.
Sure. And any help you want or don't want from me, let me know.
I'm gonna draw Burning with the dice because he's easy for me to draw.
Probably because you draw them so much. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Fish is gonna kill me.
I
Fish is
avoid
gonna
drawing
kill me
burning.
now. That's why it's just so quiet, because she's coming up here to kill me.
Burning is like probably one of the easiest ones to draw.
I will beat you to death with this broom, Kobo.
I love in Persona 5 there's like a segment where your teacher will get mad at you, and right before, like, he'll like chuck a piece of chalk at you like they do in like old animes or whatever. But right before he does, I think it's like a quick time event to avoid it, but like to heads you up that like something's happening. The dialogue box right before he throws it is your main character says, "I sense murderous intent." I don't know why. Just the vibes from Fish after what Cobalt says. "I sense murderous intent."
You
pretty
did,
funny.
in fact.
Neil says, it sounds like you're telling me not to draw self-esteem from my art and treat attacks against it like an attack against myself, and honestly, I can't do that. Wait, what? That sounds distinctly like the opposite of what I was telling you to do.
I think there was something definitely got typoed in there somewhere.
If you're,
It seems like
if you're joking with me, that's fine. Please don't tell me that's actually what you took from what I said. Okay, now I gotta investigate with your other messages. Neil says, I am planning a fanfic with Cryo and Burning in it. It's not directly the opposite of a slash fic. Neil says, honestly, the only reason I plan to write is because Tara brought up the idea of Burning fighting with fans as a weapon, and that image has been living rent-free in my mind since ever. Oh, are joking, okay. Thank God. Don't scare me like that, Neil.
me trying not to be like that.
My traumatized ass just like can sense as soon as someone's upset or unhappy or something like that. So if you start saying like, I can't draw my own self-esteem for my work, don't tell me that. The red flags are flying. Tara has like an inner alarm just blaring.
Why I muted instead of letting myself say something mean.
Just got suspiciously
Because you don't
quiet
deserve
there.
that. You're a nice person and my friend, and I'm probably just upset because of shit that's irrelevant to you. That's not nice.
That's okay though. I can deal with your feelings.
I can't. I wish I did not have them. Can I please give these to someone else?
Trying to validate someone
Please.
else. I can deal with your feelings. I can.
Take them from me. They're too much to bear. I can't. What was that old meme? I can't hold all these feels. Just like a guy holding a bunch of oranges. Faces? I feel like I remember them having faces.
Neil says, the joke was, oops, I draw my self-esteem for my art and treat criticism as attacks. And I know Tara's telling me I shouldn't, but that's hard. That is very hard. I still do it. I particularly like the Alice in Wonderland quote. I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom
I
follow
very
it.
seldom-
Follow it. I gotta sing it. That's the only way I know it.
That's how it actually is in the movie,
True.
right? It's like a song, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Painful truth. Do as I say, not as I do.
Neil says, I wonder if Hooded resells feelings. I should pick some up. Yo, Abs, I know you're close to Hooded. Do you know if he sells those? Qwiskyy says, I will buy out the anger aisle. Qwiskyy, you want rage in your life?
I need so much less of that. Please take
Or are you
all of it.
buying out so no one else can have it? Which, bless.
Aw.
I don't want to be angry anymore.
Oh, have I asked all of you this question? We were talking about the Inside Out movie yesterday, though I don't think anyone was here for that.
No, we talked about it on the
And it was like, if everybody had a main emotion, what would their main emotion be? I forget if everybody answered that. It's like my favorite question, though.
I don't know, actually. I don't think I've thought about that.
You know how like joy and sadness were kind of fighting during the movie? I feel like it's fear and anger are constantly doing that in my head.
Oh no.
Going back and forth with who should be in charge.
You know that's fair. How do we respond to this? Be afraid of it. No, be aggressive about it.
Fight and flight. Wait, what?
Why not both?
I just end up in the corner sobbing.
Fight and flight. Helicopter your arms as you run away.
And now the pronouns are starting to pop up.
Oh, they're there?
Yeah, because I saw it on Qwiskyy, so I'm like, wait, is it working on mine now? And it is.
Wow,
Yay, it
took
just needed
10,000
time.
years.
10,000 years. Wow, I did a shit job of cleaning up the line art on this one.
Fish, why did you just say fuck in the chat?
It.
My pronouns are fuck and god damn it.
Yup. Because
You know
like,
what, come to think of it, that's probably why that thing doesn't let you set your own pronouns.
in retrospect, that may be.
Mine are not there yet.
Oh, but when they do be there.
God damn it, now you started a thing in the chat.
Wait, am I cutting out?
You're
No.
you're
No,
starting to
hello?
robot a little bit.
Oh,
Wait.
I can hear you okay.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Blink Blanc.
Boop, boop. God damn it, Fish, look what you did.
What'd I do?
Phoenix Factory says fuck with a PH. Cryo says fuck in all caps. Qwiskyy says fuck with a smiley face.
Fuck.
I just see your chat now.
We'll no longer get our, I don't know, family friendly rating.
Oh wait, I miss abs.
Oh no.
Says, fuck FUQUE.
I believe that's a baby seal. In French.
I feel like I learned that joke from like Family Guy, and I don't even watch Family Guy. God
I
damn.
learned it from my fellow Canadians.
But no, also said I don't swear because I'm a goddamn Mormon.
What? Doesn't that count as swearing?
Have you considered not being a Mormon?
Have you considered?
Like some sort of
I
like
want to say
demon
something,
devil
but
on
I
your
don't
shoulder.
want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Paganism's kind of fun. You could try that.
I hear Scientology comes with benefits.
Let me sell you on the religions that we aren't.
That might have been what Rex was doing, but that's not what I was doing. I'm not that creative. I just spat out what I am.
Believe that you like. Hey, it's working now. Now, if only my brain would work.
What's working? Because your mic is not.
What the fuck?
Oh, we heard that.
Oh, Qwiskyy highlights for Tear. Be careful, the slimy families do not have mouth.
Aw, but I want to give them mouths. Look at these cute expressions.
Okay, you did mean
Expressions you come
familiars.
across
I
even
wasn't
without the
sure.
mouths.
That's my bad, Qwiskyy.
What if I color the mouths this like a darker color so they're not like a black line, but they're still there? Is that cool? Or would you like me just to erase the mouths?
Keep them, Terror. He never has to know.
Qwiskyy gives a solid nope.
Boo. Okay.
Mouths are non-negotiable. What is up with all these non-negotiable facial features, huh? Huh? What's everyone gotta be so picky for?
Oh, and at one point, Nell said, guys, come on, if I don't have art and I don't have religion, I'm running out of things to draw self-worth from. Look, we didn't say no religion. We just suggested
Technically, I did say
alternative.
no religion.
Have you considered human trafficking for legal reasons? That's a joke.
You didn't even finish the sentence. And no, I think you can draw like self-worth from art. You just can't like, it's like, I don't know, like looking at it as like, I don't know, it's like self-worth to be like, yeah, I'm proud of the work I've done, but like the global knowledge to be like, when I get critiqued on it, it's to improve, it's to better myself and what I'm doing, rather than seeing it as this critique is cutting me down and making me less. Like, machines run in a way that when something happens, anything happens, like cars, they break down and become less. But if you think of muscles, you flex and you lift weights, and your muscles, like, they tear, so they break down in a way, but that helps them improve. They get stronger afterwards. And that's how it kind of is with art as well, right? You, like, work out the things that are weak, and then they become strong.
Just fucking flex on people. Oh my god, it took so much self-restraint to not make that joke while you were trying to have a serious conversation, because I heard the word flex and I just had to literally hold my mouth closed.
I appreciate your self-restraint.
Kara, if it helps you feel better, the last time you made a comment about something art-related, I did not get hurt by it, and I just kind of absorbed it, and it did, in fact, help my sketches get more confidence, so
Yay!
don't feel bad about it. It really is just the hormones.
I don't.
It was nil in response to your pep talk. That sounds like a healthy and nuanced answer, therefore I will not be doing it. Okay, joking aside, this is a good pep talk. Also, Cobalt, you were my favorite.
Wow, that's a logical response. Fuck that.
Phoenix Factory also says Cobalt and Hive are my favorites. Thank you. That's an interesting combination of personalities. Like, I think I'm hella overthinking it to avoid math, but like, my brain is just like, well, Cobalt and Burning would make sense because we have the same, like, almost identical vibes. Cobalt and Hive, that's different.
Wait, you think you're more similar to Burning?
Yeah.
Cobalt, I have news for you. Your vibes are way closer to Hives.
If it makes you feel better, Cobalt, I don't see you with anyone's vibes but your own.
Cobalt's like, I don't know if this actually helps.
No.
You vibe with Burning.
My brain just went dot.
Cobalt's like, but Hive is so cool and so gay.
Exactly. I'm just sitting here like, I think I need to go
The
watch
only
some
thing you and
VODs
Burning
now.
have in common is that you're both tsundere.
I think I just need to go watch some VODs now. Questioning my life.
Has there been a stream with Hive Burning Cobalt on it?
There has to have been at some point.
I'm blanking on what that is, though.
I already took my pills.
Don't yell at me anymore.
Stupid phone. No, now I'm just going to our video history on the page. It's gotta be somewhere. Oh wait, and at one point Nell said, Hive is like Cobalt, except he's actually openly wholesome instead of hiding it behind a veneer of sarcastic battery.
Okay, guys, don't give Cobalt an existential crisis here. He's trying to do homework.
We're talking about him. He's gonna be fine.
I mean, it's too late. I'm already digging to see if I can find a VOD with the three of us on it. There's gotta be a Pokemon one, right?
That makes sense, but I don't think Burning's really done the Pokemon.
No.
Oh wait. We're all on the big con lineup.
Oh, there we go.
Because it's us three and Cryo for the big con.
Do I like that?
I kind of want to get back to that and Chicory too.
Oh shit, Chicory. Oh god. Fuck. I need more money so I can pay people to actually stream so we can stream more. So we can get through these games. Damn it.
You heard him, guys. Get more people to come and sub.
Yeah, cause like y'all trying to weasel me out of my solo streams right now, cause or like just slowly adding more days. Like, when am I supposed to stream by myself?
Eventually, never.
I was very worried when I was about to say what game all three of us have been playing, and I did summon the puppers.
Oh, does Puppers have some answers?
No,
Or
I just
just
summoned
specifically
puppers
Big
by
Con?
saying the Big Con. Just like, huh? I heard the Big Con. What's happening? I was doing Photoshop. We were just trying to figure out a stream that Burning Hive and I have all been on.
I really like the idea that we can just say somebody's favorite game and they just manifest.
Yep. Oh no, also highlighted Big Con is Puppers Omori.
Like, it's really amusing. We got Taco with King of Fighters.
I was about to
Big
test
Con.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, Tara said it, so we just have to wait.
Yep. I wasn't gonna do it, but if Tara did it anyway. Cryo's feet have scribble, or well, Cryo's foot has scribbles.
Yeah, I'm just testing different tones for the lighting. I think I figured out which one I want.
Oh.
Oh.
Wasn't it golfing with your friend or something? Qwiskyy, that actually was another one that I just noticed all three of us were on.
Oh, also, random shout out is if anybody is hearing my voice here and is not following us, and is also watching the stream and want to see something new to display to everyone, please follow.
I'd unfollow and then refollow, but I don't want to break it.
Yeah, don't do that.
I want to know what the thing is.
We'll wait patiently for a new follower. Or for someone else to unfollow and follow and for me to eat them.
No. Do us a favor.
The only downside to doing that is then you lose your follow timer.
Yeah.
And also, I will yeet you.
Wait, Puppers just like got you. You go make an account just to follow for the whatever the thing is, Puppers.
Oh gosh darn it. You know, the people who come to our streams are people who are already like us? Dang it.
Oh no, Puppers says, wait, I don't think it worked.
Oh no. So say, oh no, fish. Oh, fish.
The cramps came back.
Oh.
Having an emotion.
Oh no.
Qwiskyy, you might
I
have
was
had...
hoping I would be able to focus longer than this.
Oh.
Oh well.
It's okay if you, whatever you need, you go ahead and do that.
Are you just down in a bottle of Vicodin in like house?
Yes.
Shit, now I feel like watching House.
You should. It's a good fucking show. It is always it's always never lupus though.
Well, you know what's like really funny about that though is the fact that one, my grandma actually does have lupus.
It is lupus. Wait. It's not good.
And it was my grandma's favorite show for a while because she's like, this is the most accurate portrayal of a doctor I've ever fucking seen. Because she is a nurse.
Oh.
So she's one of the doctors she worked with was almost exactly like him.
I feel like that'd be some good stories.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, I'm sure she just told me some and my memory's just that bad.
All I can think of is the time she talked about the trans lady who came in with stomach cramps and neglected to mention that she was trans. And wanted to do a pelvic exam. That's the only one I can remember.
Thing is, I don't think that's what she's told me. Like I said, I'm sure I know some, and I've just got nothing right now.
Not to the point where she got undressed and like everyone was like, what the fuck? Yeah, we know it's not that now.
Oh no.
Remember, kids, it might suck, but you do need to lead up with that shit with your doctor for that exact reason.
They could have told, I don't know, they could have told her. I just find it funny when people's cisnormative assumptions backfire on them.
Attempting to draw glossy gooby boys.
Yo,
Booby
same.
boys.
I thought you said booby boys, and I was like, wait, what?
Same.
Boys.
Not
are
as in I
valid.
thought that's what you're saying, as in I thought that's what I'm drawing.
You're drawing Cryo as a booby boy?
Look at these
I mean,
boobies.
that is a titty window.
Hey, Cryo, you still here? Yes.
Kyle, let's talk about your titty window for a second. So did you ask for that, or was that like creative decision on Tara's part? Like, I need to know.
I suddenly don't want to answer.
Hey, Neil, I found your new religion. It's Cryo's titty window.
Well, that's a new card if ever I heard one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go actually. Oh, I don't have it up. I gotta write that down. Where's my real pen?
Your
I'm
new
gonna-
religion. Cryo's titty window.
I'm gonna be a bad person. Hold on. No, where the fuck are you on the server?
Oh no! This is so unprompted for no.
Where the fuck you at? I need to change your name.
Oh no!
Gil, you put up with so much shit. We love you.
I made Nil meatball sub yesterday just because he said that was my nickname in high school. So I was like, alright, bet.
Man. Now I regret not asking for a meatball sub instead of pizza.
I fixed it.
Nil says I'm going offline. I'm hiding.
I was gonna say I scrolled up a little bit. He's like, no, I love meatball sub. I'm going offline. I'm hiding. It's too late. I already changed it.
Kobold has taken artistic liberties with your name.
Just like everyone the fuck else.
Oh wait, I never did draw Ooh Excalibur.
No, you didn't, so I have to change your name now. Hold on.
No! I'm the legendary sword Excalibur! Excalibur!
This may come as a surprise to you all. I don't know how to draw goopy slimes. Or at least how to render them.
It may come as a surprise to no one. I don't know how to draw ice.
Oh, I can't change Fish's name. Ha! I rank higher than you.
Chris says, no one has given me a meatball sub yet.
He also says, Tara, buy me a sub, please.
Also, Commander Not Pupper says, Tara, did you get the meatball sub money? I got meatball sub money?
Send meatball sub money directly to my account.
Can I have vegetarian meatball sub money? Cause now I want one of those.
Impossible meatball sub.
Or turkey, meat, whatever, just as long as it's not beef.
This looks more like a map. No.
Wait, Buffers, was it a donation?
She highlighted stream elements last night. FAO.
Oh, it probably was.
Beowulf. Kyle, what the fuck are you trying to say?
Beowulf? Boof. Like a dog?
Beouf.
Oh, that's beef in French.
Oh, boof.
Boof. Puffers highlights some point around 8:41 p.m. PST. How is that in Better Coast time?
Better Coast?
Okay.
East Coast, best
9,
coast.
10. Yeah, East Coast, Beast Coast. I don't know if that was in response to what I said or she was working on it already anyways, but like right when I asked, Puffer said audible thinking 11:41 p.m. EST.
Well, let me check.
This is Ari Cobalt listed here. Oh, I'm satisfied for the day. I got my listed up, you little shit, for the day. I win. Fox is on the West Coast, so lay off. I don't know Fox that well. I don't care.
Alright. It looks like I have money for
Fox, you're a traitor. You're newer to the West Coast.
for some meatball subs. Why, thank you, Pupper. I don't really like to use the 4-hit combo of the donation train for personal people things. But I guess we're having meatball subs.
Huzzah embezzlement.
Huzzah embezzle. Where the fuck did my calculator go?
On a completely different note, I would like take this time to thank Tare for giving me the opportunity to draw this many lapels.
Lapel. I'm guessing Cryo said oof to what I said. Look, I don't dislike Fox, I just don't know them.
Oh, and Belda stuff is here. Hello.
Hello, Belle does stuff.
We're drawing. What stuff you doing?
Oh, Qwiskyy also said they were going bye-bye. I'm not sure if anyone caught that.
No, Qwiskyy, I'm not done you. Ah!
A hat is not gooey, it's a normal hat.
Oh, good. I wasn't drawing it gooey.
Sup.
Everybody! Thank you, Slip. Well, I don't know how to orchestrate the sub-giving thing. Maybe just buy yourself a sub, and I suppose I will reimburse you.
I'm actually kind
For
of
legal
hungry
reasons,
now.
this is for the cast.
Legal reasons.
For sandwich reasons.
For sandwich reasons.
Hell yeah, paid lunches.
Can I find somewhere that will deliver a non-beef sub? Let's find out. Very specifically a meatball sub, I mean.
Oh no, grasses, but I have no money for subs to begin with.
This is poor erasure.
I wonder if it's too late to ask my aunt about it.
I also think it'll be really fucking funny when something is delivered to the house and my grandma's like, what the fuck? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a nap.
You out?
I don't know. I wanted to at least be in until my aunt left, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Wow, these lines are atrocious. Why? Why are you? Why? I don't think that's my hand. It's too consistent. What are you doing?
What you doing?
Yeah?
Yes?
Oh,
Hello?
Phoenix Actress said it's going to be a while until the next gift sub. Feels bad, man. Are you talking about the meatball subs we're currently talking about?
I'm talking about meatball subs.
If you would like a meatball sub, you may order yourself one and I'll pay you back. Thanks to Puppers.
How much did Puppers give you?
Well, I don't think I'm going to offer meatball subs to one cast member, not all of them.
I don't know.
Eating hurts, so I'm not gonna take you up on that.
Oh no.
Oh.
Plus, nothing delivers out here, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It would be awkward to have my aunt order a
Bear
meatball
would
sub.
have to call his sister and be like, make Rex a meatball sub and go drive it out to her house.
Hey, I know the manager of the Godfathers in Petrolia.
Yo, my cousin's kid works there.
Wait, maybe this worked out after all.
Holy shit, you guys know people? That's crazy.
It's a small town, everybody knows everybody.
We can't get away from it.
It's true. When I moved to London, I was like, finally, I'm in the city. Like, I can go to work and I won't just constantly have people I don't recognize being like, aren't you so-and-so's daughter? But, like, no, it still happened even in the city.
No way.
Oh, yeah, it happened quite a bit. And it was the worst because at the hardware store job, we have to take names and postal codes, and if I can't remember who someone is, like, I just stand there and I'm like, what's your name again? And where do you live? So the way I would circumvent that usually is I'd just hand them the clipboard and be like, oh, just fill out the name and the postal code at the top for me, please. But, like, then
Ooh.
the pandemic hit, and I wasn't allowed to hand people my clipboard anymore, and I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Oh, what happened?
That was so heckin' smooth, Rex.
It worked most of the time, and then I'd look at it and be like, ah, yes, now I remember who you are. I knew you were familiar, but now I know who you are.
Cryo keeps saying this deal sucks. Cry.
I jokingly wanted to look up subs and chat was fucking popping. Something about a company picnic and laser tag.
Sounds sick. Are we doing this before or after 4-Hit Con?
During 4-Hit Con.
I figured it was the after party for us, like, to celebrate that we did a con.
It's the main event. People can watch us.
It's a ticketed event. If you want to watch us play laser tag, it's an extra $50 on top of your con ticket.
Oh, God. Pay
For
for our laser
$200,
tag.
you can participate.
God damn. No says 4-hit combo fan meetup / fight club / breakfast buffet / laser tag / picnic lunch. The list keeps getting longer. No. You see, the list doesn't get longer because the last two is for the crew.
It's the programming that's getting bigger.
The last two cost extra.
Alright, Cryo. What is your damn email address? Send it to me on a DM in Discord and I'll send you the money Pupper sent for subs.
Cryo just gasped. Yay!
Freaking.
Although I am enjoying what Fish is drawing right now. Which I think was Cryo's original opinion of this setup.
Now he looks happier about it though because he won. Okay, I'm good. I had high hopes for streaming.
You're doing great. I believe in you.
Someone has to.
Fish, what the fuck are you doing? I just looked up from my chemistry homework, and I'm not digging what I'm seeing.
Why not?
Why do I look like a freaking Ren and Stimpy or whatever?
Because that's what happened when I drew you. You think I have any control over what my hands do? Don't be ridiculous.
Why do I have a notification?
Okay, there. I sent Cryo his money for subs.
just to be clear.
I've done my due diligence.
Too derpy. It's more like concentration, sort of. Oh fucking no. You're getting distracted by the stream. Hello!
Yeah. Yay, sub money, you. I needed to include that you. That I'm sure was a typo.
I don't like shading ice. This sucks. I hate this.
Oh yeah, my god.
Like, I was like, this is working, and then I step back to look at it, I'm like, nah, but like, look, it looks really cool on the leg.
Yeah, the leg, it looks amazing.
And the chest, but the
Yeah.
six-pack, the hand, and the face are just like... bleh.
Yeah, the face seems quite a bit more challenging.
We're gonna start that over. I was just gonna cell shade it regularly, but then I was like, oh, but I put so much effort into burnings, like, I feel like I should really make Cryo's ice look like ice. Instead of just being blue.
Phoenix Factory says, my chemistry homework? Is that the My Chemical Romance sister band? Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Oh, now you're just looking at a rat. I give up. Soul Layer dies now.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't have to spend counterfeit hooded dollars to say my name anymore. That offer was only for last stream. You are free to name me freely now.
What?
Oh, someone in chat redeemed a thing just to say Rex.
Oh, it's Bailey. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome to the stream. How's your day been?
Hopefully better than all of ours.
Cobalt?
We've got tired, cranky, pain.
Gotta catch 'em all. It's great cryo in here so we can get hungry in here too.
Four horsemen of the apocalypse. Seriously though, where did Cobalt go? What the fuck?
Yeah, where did he go? Cobalt?
Did you actually decide your homework was more important than us?
I mean, on one hand, good, but on the other hand, you could have at least said goodbye. Or maybe someone used the microwave.
No. Don't
Quis-
microwave the dog.
Qwiskyy had said earlier when you were drawing yourself all sad there, Fish. Qwiskyy had said,
Yeah.
adding glitchy lines for like the microwave effect.
No.
That's funny.
Oh, stop.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's keeps
Hello.
jumping on me.
Hello?
Furious typing.
Microwave make internet go brr.
Called it.
Except I thought it was Rex at first, so I was very confused because it was just Rex turning into a robot.
Oh.
And then the rest of the internet went bye-bye.
Cobalt was in the microwave.
I didn't
Hmm.
even know it.
Mom said
Have you seen
Cobalt
Cobalt?
turn in the microwave.
Have you seen Cobalt in the microwave?
Oh yes. It's really good.
Official petition for Cryo's design to no longer have a face because everything else is looking good, but not his face.
Alright, done. No more face for Cry.
How quickly can you
Sorry,
draw a
Kyle, we're gonna have to
cardboard
remove
box
your
over
face.
his head?
Pretty quick. Let's go. We'll get a brown that's like similar to his, and we'll just go. Boop, boop, boop. Put in some flappies.
Chris doesn't wear a paper bag. I get it.
Get some eye holes here. No, you get a box. It's got a little more armor class to it.
Wait, he also said if you see your Cobalt in the microwave, please let him out.
Okay.
I got a 910 body and a 210 face. Yo! Nil, you know what? Valid, because we take shots at him all the time, but Nil tagged Cryo and said that's a bit generous.
Oh my god. Nil bites back.
It's about time.
I do like how we're like, whoa, okay, yeah, we make fun of Nil all the time. He's got a pass on this one.
There, I've improved it immensely.
It's beautiful. Cryo says, I don't care, I have a sub. God damn it, I was looking at subs before the microwave went burr. And I'm actually getting really hungry now, god damn it.
Nil also says, Rex, don't hate me for saying this, but you keep
I hate you.
accidentally drawing Amori adjacent characters.
What? Is there a cardboard box in Amori? Is that a character?
Probably.
You have my attention. Tell me about your cardboard box character. Although, not gonna lie, I was playing Animal Crossing one time when I was particularly depressed, and I did put the paper bag over my head the whole time I was playing to like display how upset I was. Performative art.
Live vicariously through your villager.
I don't think villagers understand performance art.
It was a bit lost in translation, sure. Bailey says, Cobalt was a bad puppy. We put him in the microwave of shame.
No.
Microwave the dog.
No.
Like a Lifefish, you're crazy good at drawing expressions.
I have heard that a lot, so I guess I will take the compliment instead of trying to deny it. Multiple sources have confirmed.
The science is there.
Alright, Qwiskyy, who's not here? I think I'm done. Here is Qwiskyy and his Gooby Boys.
Goopy boys. Yeah. Phoenix Factories. No bully to Cobalt.
Oh, I forgot how your pants go. I'll figure it out later.
Crowd says, I hate it when I get something from PayPal and it lists all my names. Why didn't I change my name years ago? Wait, change your name? You have more than one name? Who are
Who
you?
are you?
Who is the cryo behind the mask? Who is the cryo behind the cardboard box?
I want to change my damn name. I have 4 names. I think I remember seeing that too.
Oh, wait, I think I knew this.
Cryo, is one of them your hooker name?
Oh no, why did I just imagine, like, your parents giving you all these names? And just being like, and we'll give you this name in the middle in case you want to be a hooker.
just making sure your future is like ready, you know?
Oh, he says 3 of the 4 are his hooker name.
Ah, I see, you're a diverse type.
More digits bite me. Oh, yeah, Rebecca and a bunch of numbers and letters redeemed Draw Me.
Ooh. Becca, you want to get drawn? Heck yeah. I'm actually finishing up Qwiskyy here, so if you want to go into either our Discord, or go into our Discord and either in the art channel or the sub channel, type a message and then turn it into a thread, and then tag me in it and post all the references or the description of what you would like.
Kyle says, I want my partners to have to scream 3 names just out of inconvenience. And only after reading it a second time did I realize, like, what my brain immediately defaulted to, like, when your parents yell at you, so they say your full name. I am Bean.
Baby.
I also don't like that there's just something aggressive about how this homework website says your answers are right. So, like, my brain just wants to default to I'm wrong.
Oh no.
Like, no, it says you are correct, but the font is so aggressive.
I must be wrong.
What did I do? Oh wait, it's green. I'm fine.
That's funny.
Draw Hive's hair from the back. God damn it.
My parents exclusively refer to me by my hooker name. Says Cryo.
He was saying hooker, but I drew him as a stripper, whatever.
Sometimes they can be both.
Yeah, it can be both. Like Patty the daytime hooker. Fish, please tell me you remember that.
I do.
Okay.
How can I forget Patty the daytime hooker?
Because
She was
you-
so knows.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one here who would know what I'm talking about.
¿Qué pasa?
Exactly.
Oh, I just realized we've got another member for Team Orange. I think they have 4 now.
Oh, yeah.
That or stretching to Team Yellow. Not sure.
Team Yellow does need pretty desperately at this point.
That's true.
Yo, I think I'm getting the hang of shading ice.
It is getting very
yeah.
detailed.
Yeah.
Neil, they could be Team Yellow. I'm not sure. It's pretty debatable. It really could go either way, which team Qwiskyy's on.
Phoenix Factory says blue team, green team. That's me! I'm blue team, green team. Price says you can pay me to pop out of your cakes. Ice cream cakes?
Okay.
Because I'm not sure what
he's
my...
an ice cube.
I don't think I want my regular cakes to be that cold.
Oh my gosh. It's Monopoly money.
Wait, is Rex the strip club equivalent of a pimp?
No, she's the bartender.
No, Ter is the pimp. He's the one who owns us all.
That's
Oh yeah, I
fair.
need to draw him in the background counting money.
I just couldn't quite tell what Rex was doing with their hands, so I assumed she was counting money.
Yeah, it'll be more obvious if they draw like bottles and stuff. I hope.
Can Warden be behind the counter with me since there are potions, whatever person?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I could draw the memory at fuck. Whatever. An approximation of Warden.
Bird mask, side shave, red cape.
Hive doing a sweat drop.
Yes.
Cryo, I thought that was for me.
The problem we had was special.
I feel like I would be the supportive husband.
Why the fuck did... What was it? Dolly Parton 9 to 5 suddenly popped in my head? What the fuck?
Amazing.
Actually, I might need to put Terra in the sort of
And
foreground
why do I
category.
want to blame the Orville for it?
He doesn't
Just
feel
get
good
shown
about
it.
counting the money, though.
This would be very true.
Oh.
What a way to make a living, working 9 to 5.
Let's see if this is too small to exist here. Who knows?
It might be okay.
I don't know.
Tara, what is that sentence says overfish right now?
What?
I can't
What
see
the
it. Oh, and it's gone.
It's gone, goddamn.
What? Someone clip it!
And it says, oh my god, I just realized I wrote murder cryo instead of murder trial. It took you that long?
Oh, goodness. There. Itty bitty.
Albalta's still over here trying to do his homework.
That's hard. What do you want from me?
Scooch this over. Just
Do your part. Give a compliment to puppers.
Toss a coin to your puppers.
yeah, we can pop over here. We'll put this here.
What's happening?
I'm moving people around a bit.
Been moved. God, I hope these dumb doodles are entertaining people because I am not on task at all.
That is okay.
I can guarantee no one is entertained by watching me zoom in on Cryo's hand and draw a bunch of squiggly lines.
I would be, but I have to do my own drawing. I'm here to be entertaining.
Though I don't wanna.
I don't feel like it today. I hope you feel better for tomorrow. I don't want to be low energy for Sucker for Love.
Yes, I forgot we're playing that tomorrow. I'm so excited now. Like, I believe I specifically signed up to stream tomorrow under the express condition that we play Sucker for Love.
Sounds about right.
Fucking yet!
What?
Okay.
Huh?
I think I'm going to take a minor break myself.
Sure.
And then Rebecca, I will be right back to draw you.
Draw your beautiful 4-hit Sona.
Or Sona.
Or Sona. The scene is beautiful and I kind of want to just fully draw out and render it. Like, even though that would take me a billion years.
I always said he's taking a break and I still see stuff moving on the stream.
There, we can see you. You've exposed yourself. You have one more person to draw.
Whoops, you just tripped over a Clara.
Vic's doing a peek over the stage.
Amazing. I love this.
I'm having fun.
Good.
I just
Alright.
closed Excel, you bastard.
You know, I chose to do cryo first on this stream because I was like, it'll be fast and easy. His design is really simple. And then I opened it and I was like, I need to like render this ice instead of just shade it, you know? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Hey, let me
You're
paste.
stronger than I am. I gave up. Things got hard.
I'm driven by spite.
I don't feel spite. I just feel sad.
I'm gonna be spiteful. Yes, spiteful. That's nice. It's Christian Chenoweth, don't judge me. Never mind what it's from.
It's Descendants.
It's Christian Chenoweth.
It's from Disney's Descendants, which is the one where it's all the villains.
It's
kids.
Christian Chenoweth.
And it's delightful.
My niece is like that.
Gotta be spiteful.
And they should.
Yes,
It's
spiteful.
good.
It's nice. In just
One of
an
them
hour
went as
to
the
our
same
future
character
safe
from
and
it
sure.
2 years in a row for Halloween.
Nice.
My sister and I saw a nice group cosplay of them at the Halloween party at Disney World. How screwed all are you? You're hauling a couch down the stairs with me. Yeah, you're both. That couch is getting dropped.
High energy stream.
Yeah.
Also, random fact. The little logos for the characters from those movies are like the only original designs I have with my beats. I
Hello.
put effort into designing logos for these goddamn characters.
What characters?
Hi, Tara. Don't
Hi.
worry about it.
Oh, okay.
It's Christian Chenoweth. Don't worry about it.
It's Christian.
Christian Rock.
Kristen.
Oh.
Like the girl's name. So anyone else here even know who Kristen Chenoweth is?
Not me.
Not me.
I at least one Broadway fan in the audience. There's gotta be one.
There's gotta be, right? Oh wait, Cryo knows this shit.
She was in
She was in Pushing Daisies.
Wicked, if that helps anyone. No, not Wicked. My god.
That too. Yeah, you're right. I think Tara wouldn't know who it is. And I'm like, fair. I feel like there's a 25% chance that Rex might have, but I was pretty confident that Tara wouldn't.
Actually, if it's from a musical, I'd actually almost think Tara would know it more than I would.
Cryo is actually pole dancing to Defying Gravity. So.
Oh my god. Wait, Bailey Horo says she's April from Glee. I didn't watch Glee. So I did not, I know who, well, obviously I know who he is, but I did not know she was in Glee. It makes sense considering what Glee is, but I never watched it. Cryo Doobie, the musical guy.
Yes, I know that wasn't Kristen Chenoweth before Cryo yelled at me.
I like Hamilton.
Wait, what did you say, Fish?
No, it's Kristen Chenoweth doesn't actually sing Defying Gravity.
Oh, in Before Cryo Corrects You is what you were saying.
Yes.
Oh, my phone is ringing, so I'll be a for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Becca, do you have a height for your character? Are they tall or small? Or an in-between?
I might actually ask what our favorite musicals are. Mine is Hairspray, which I saw live, and it had an amazing, there was technical difficulties, and there was this amazing ad-lib scene. Like, it was the parents... Oh fuck, I can't remember their names right now. But it went on for like 20 minutes, and no one left because it was so fucking funny.
I'm actually wearing my shirt from when I did West Side Story.
Oh wow.
Conveniently enough.
Hamilton is freaking up there. But if I had to say a more obscure one, my favorite musical would probably be Godspell.
I have not heard of that one.
It's
Actually, recently.
It's really strange because it's religious, and I'm not particularly religious at all. But that, I don't know, that musical hits different.
Ready to give it a watch if it's on YouTube. I know a lot of bootleg musicals are up on there.
I don't know.
Really talented folk.
Who's weeping softly alone in the corner? Bet it's Chili.
I watched
Chili.
Twisted recently, and that was really fun.
Go, you ugly
Oh, how did I forget about
island.
Sweeney Todd? Sweeney Todd's a close second.
Hello, Shadow Wolf. I want to keep working on my homework, but my ADHD is like, are you on crack? It's not due until Monday. We can chill now. And I'm like, no, I need to get this shit done.
No, is trying to tell us about Slamilton, the project to mash up every song in Hamilton with Slam Jam from Space Jam. I'm not sure if I will love or hate this, but I'm going to listen to all of it regardless.
I was definitely watching when Animal Crossing came out. Somebody was doing every single scene or musical number from Hamilton in Animal Crossing, and it was fantastic.
Oh, I think I watched some of that. That was so fun. At least what I saw.
I loved it. Becca's not
True.
answering me.
No, that does point me to a lot of really good mashups.
Peace and quiet and open. Hold my hand and I'll take you there.
Unfortunately, I think you'll just have to Google it yourself night. I don't think I have a link for the video.
I'm guessing it was like from 5 ever ago at this point.
Yeah.
Big wolves? Oh wait, I think we already pointed that one out. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
What?
If you guys haven't noticed, I announced it more towards the beginning of a stream, but we are 2.5 hours in. If you notice, we have a new chat box. So if you chat, it will pop up on screen. I'm trying that out, see how that vibes and feels. But one thing with the chat bubbles, is you can set your pronouns. And if you would like to do that, I have a link for you that I will paste in chat right now. Bloop. You go there, log into your Twitch, and you can set your own custom pronouns. If that is something you would like to do. There's a bit of delay on it, so once you set it, like I think Cobalt's was working, but Rex still wasn't, something like that. It might just have to be a retroactive set for the future, but you know, it's there. So Becca's telling me a girl with brown, pink, and yellow with mice around if possible. That's my prompt. Alright, Becca, so for a girl, do you have an idea of like clothing styles or hairstyles for me to run with? A style? The mice seem cool. Something... Wavy hair or hair in a ponytail is nice. Whatever you like more. Such free reign. And the first challenge of all is always drawing a circle. I'll do it one day, I swear.
Just skip that step.
Hoodie and pants, but rats along your back. Wait, can I change it? Can my favorite musical be Encanto?
I mean, that would be completely valid, so... Cousin keeps pissing me off. She literally only likes We Don't Talk About Bruno. She keeps talking about how much she hates the other songs, and I'm just like, you just have an unsophisticated musical palette.
I think I just don't care for what's-his-face. What the fuck is his name?
Bruno?
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Thank you.
You're just racist against Puerto Ricans. That's why you keep calling me a Mexican. What?
Is Lin-Manuel Miranda Puerto Rican too?
Yes.
I thought he was something else.
No.
I don't know why, but like I genuinely thought he was something else.
I'm like 90% sure he is. If I'm wrong about that, I'm going to feel really, really embarrassed.
I forget which island he's from, but I remember he was doing a big campaign about like saving his home island because it's like one of the like offshoots from the States, so they don't get a lot of assistance at all.
Yeah,
Probably Puerto Rico.
Probably Puerto Rico.
Okay, yeah.
Which
I'm
could be
back.
a state and isn't.
For some really bullshit reason, like 100 years ago, if I remember right. Something about if you change the drinking age, we'll fix your roads, and PR opted out of it.
God.
For like we can't make money reasons or something like that. I could be
There's
butchering the
that.
shit out of it, but it's like it's a really dumb thing that they couldn't comply to at that time, so they're like, okay, no state for you.
Yes, it is Puerto Rico. Okay, thank you,
Is-
Google.
There's some islands, a country called Turks and Caicos, and they have asked to be part of Canada a few times now, and Canada has always turned them down as making them a province because their population is too small, and because their main industry is tourism. And I'm like, that's the stupidest reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably butchering the shit out of it, but what I what I remember is it was something like, we'll make you a state if you do this. And it was like, we physically cannot do X right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
okay,
come
no
up with a
state for you.
different fucking reason every time it comes up. It's... I have family there. I can't get into this. I will get so angry.
In other news, I'm drawing highlights on Cryo's boobies now.
Perfect.
In other highlights on the boobs.
Yeah, in other literal highlights, titties.
Becca, I'm just kind of vibing with a sketch right now. If you see something or get some sort of idea or like something or dislike something, please tell me. That, unlike a lot of other people, you haven't really given me a lot of direction, so I'm just kind of going. So you can tell me if I'm far off or anything like that. Like I said, I love the hair. Actually looks like your hair. Oh! Yay!
Nailed it. I'm listening to Spotify and I don't know what it's doing to me, but I keep putting on my favorite album and then within 3 songs it just switches to something else completely different and I'm getting so frustrated. So I just want to listen to some metal.
I heard Spotify was kind of on the outs.
So the thing going on with Spotify is there's a very controversial podcast on their platform. Which does unfortunately carry some disinformation. And they haven't, or a lot of people are like crying out against this podcast, saying that it's dangerous. And they haven't, and people are telling Spotify to either censor it or take it down.
Are we avoiding specifics on purpose, or do you not know?
I'm avoiding specifics on purpose. I don't really want to get too far into it.
Okay.
But Spotify hasn't really done much yet, aside from be like, oh, we can just put a label on it saying it's probably wrong, and that's not good enough for a lot of people, which is, fairly understandable given this day and age. And so there's a lot of musicians are like, well, Spotify, fuck you, I'm gonna pull my music. So there's like a big thing. But yeah, that's the general gist of it. So a lot of people, because Spotify hasn't, stepped up and removed this problematic podcast yet, a lot of people are canceling their subscriptions and switching services and stuff.
I do like kind of the general theme lately, that it's like becoming ever prevalent of like remaining anonymous to certain issues is making your statement about those issues. Or not remaining anonymous, like being silent is like also complacent. Something like that. Yeah. Did I say something bad?
Not bad, just not quite the right word.
As usual.
On brand.
On brand.
Brand muffins.
Alright, Becca, did you said hoodie. What else did you say there? And pants, okay. Just because I have the Vicks behind you, I was looking at that skirt, and I'm being like, oh, like a skirt on this character would be so cute. But I will go pants.
Tara's out here asking people, like, how do you like how I'm drawing your character so far? And I'm just like, I'm not asking Cryo at all. I'm completely ignoring the fact he's here. I'm just going for it. This is my 5th time shading your face. You get no opinions.
Fish, I love how
Honestly,
you're like, I'm not being productive, and then just pull out a million amazing drawings.
What?
Sometimes
I'm just
all
fucking around over here, but thank you.
Sometimes all you gotta do is tell yourself, you know what, this sucks, I'm just gonna do whatever.
My entire life.
Same though.
Oh, shoot. I'm not reading chat. Ah!
You fired, Tara. Why? It just played 2 songs and switched to something completely different. I want to listen to this album.
I wish I was more knowledgeable in Spotify to help.
I've never had to do this before. This is so bizarre. I just want to play just this album. I'm on the album screen. I am hitting play on the album button, and it'll play 1 or 2 songs, and it's just like, here's a Disney song. No, stop. Just play this. Ugh.
Well, thank you, Rebecca. They say they're cool with anything. They really like my style. Oh, thank you. I think I need to embiggen this though. Just a bit. Okay. Cryo has a problem with this song. I'll skip it. Blank. There we go. Nil says that music was weirdly Christmassy. Trying to think of maybe something else that you like, Rebecca, that I could put in. I don't know, maybe the hair somewhere. Some other small detail I could add. Like, I think like a heart barrette or something, or like, I don't know, chopsticks in the hair. I'm feeling something like that, you know?
Accessorize.
Some sort of accessory. But I want something more. What did you say your other name was? You had another account on here. Becca says they like stars a lot, but maybe a heart would be nice. What do I think? Why not both?
Yeah, both.
Both. So if we do something like this. And then put a stir in it. And then when I do the line art, I'll make it look better. There. Actually, I think I'll move it. Something like that. Nice Night says, I love the Rex that fish drew. I'm giggling uncontrollably looking at it. Wait, Fish, what's that down there?
Rex?
Reveal your secrets. Rex, do you see that?
What am I
Sorry.
staring at?
An ice
They're
cube?
supposed to be ice cubes.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's
Reveal
wonderful. I
your
love this.
secrets. Alright. How do you feel about this? Rebecca, I'm gonna move on to line art if you think this is cool. Krause says, this song makes me want to play Banjo-Kazooie. We did start that once upon the time on the channel.
Oh shit. I love Banjo-Kazooie.
You too?
Yeah.
I didn't actually have the opportunity to play it until I was in college.
I actually got to play the second one when I was a kid. We had a Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
Freaking awesome. It was one of the, like, 2 games, I think. It was that and GoldenEye. I did not want to play GoldenEye. So.
Yo, one of my favorite memes comes from that GoldenEye, though.
I mean, it's a good game. I just didn't.
I've never played it. I just know my favorite meme comes from.
Popon's still here.
He's physically here.
Spiritually, not so much. I guess spiritually he is here because I'm drawing him with his beautiful locks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Down his hood to reveal his beautiful hair.
God, what's a fucking majestic? Dag, yo.
Yeah, I am. The thing right now is better pay attention to Nil, which is just extra hilarious. Considering
Because
the
people
whole
always-
issue.
Yeah, everyone confuses your usernames all the time.
Yep.
Yes.
They're both just long and a lot of words, okay? Alright.
Valid, but also funny.
Nice Knight also likes the whole name confusion ordeal. I think that was just highlighted when I was doing the chibi lineup in January. And I mixed up Nil and Cobalt's names, like, in the lineup.
Because my sub literally expired like 2 hours prior or something.
Yeah,
So you're just like, why is there? Yeah, that's Cobalt.
that's probably Cobalt.
Slap those two together. Shit.
Done. Then the next stream. Nil, why aren't I in the lineup? What? And then I never fixed it. Legit, one of the reasons is I went to go fix it, and apparently I just exited my files instead of saving them, because I couldn't find them.
Oh no.
So I was like,
Okay.
I guess this lineup just exists in the ether.
Kyle's face is done. Yes. Yes. Ugh,
Oh, damn!
my hand hurts.
That can be done. Cryo, what do you think of your face?
I might actually take some of the lines out of the face to simplify it a little. Because it's really cool up close, but from a distance, it's just pretty messy.
Cryo says, I love me.
Good. Someone has to.
Self-love is good. I need to draw wardens so I can actually draw them again. Without, like, struggling. I need to draw them in emotes, too.
Nil says, actually, trivia time! My username used to be another long series of words when I first started following. Does anyone remember what it was?
No, and I don't care.
You get a bona fide nil buck if you can answer it correctly!
Seems kind of sus, I don't know.
Trying to sell it like a cheap, like a used car salesman.
I can get nil bucks whenever I want now. Like, come on, who doesn't know this?
Oh, the ticker tape just said, we don't talk about Cobalt. And Nice Knight says, what, why?
Rude.
We don't talk about Cobalt.
We don't talk about Cobalt, no, no, no.
My cousin is singing it so much, it's like ingrained in my brain.
But
I mean,
it
it's
was a
good
streaming
song.
day. It was a streaming day.
And there was a glitch to be found.
Half an hour before, and there wasn't a Cobalt inside.
Cobalt walks in with the machine. Fucking damn it.
You telling the story, or am I?
Oh, you know what I was talking about? I tried to explain it to my aunt, and she had no fucking clue what I was talking about. So you'll appreciate this. How? Fuck, I can't remember her name right now. The pretty sister with the plant powers.
Isabella.
Isabella. You know how hers is the only like section with like a positive connotation? I feel like that has to be foreshadowing the fact that she's not actually happy, right?
What do you mean that her? Oh, the like in the Bruno song?
Yeah, because she's like, I was promised that my life would be so great, but like she's the only one whose prophecy had a positive connotation within that song, and I do have to wonder if that was foreshadowing.
I think it had a positive connotation because everyone else thought it was positive, but she didn't.
Yeah, I just I feel
Yeah.
like that had to have been significant.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if Isabella actually like realized that her choices of like following as well as stuff. Oh yeah, spoilers by the way if you haven't seen Encanto, I guess we're talking about it. I don't think Isabella realizes that what she's doing by following her orders is like leading her down a path that wouldn't be like, I think almost because of the prophecy, she's kind of reconfirmed that, okay, I just be perfect and then I'm going to get everything I want eventually.
Ah.
I don't know, I just feel like she seemed very aware of the fact that this isn't what she wanted and that she was.
She is
I don't
super
know.
aware of it, it's true, but like, I think she's like set on that path.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like she grew the cactus of like, it clicked.
Like, I don't have to be this.
Yeah, being like, oh wait, this is how I extend my powers.
Yeah.
Because like even in Isabella's song, she's like, and it's all thanks to you, where she thanks Mirabelle.
Yeah.
Which seems legit.
That fucking movie fucked me up. I talk to my sister more.
It was weird because when I first watched
Yes.
it, I kind of felt like odd about it. But then like the more times I've watched it,
Okay,
I was like, yeah. I actually watched it again last night. And I don't really watch movies.
I watched it and it made me feel bad because I've been fighting with my parents and it's not really anything I can easily fix at the moment. So I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
feelings, all of them.
Yeah, my aunt was just letting me know she's headed out. Um. Like I said, I should be alright to stick around, but
Oh, okay. Like,
But yeah, if you got a dip, just say so.
alright.
also, holy crap. You're drawing Warden so freaking awesome, like.
Hit
Damn.
the side.
It's actually kind of giving me like owl vibes, and I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I pushed Warden in a more owly type way.
Oh.
Oh, that is kind of cool. But I like the way it is. 'Cause, like, it reminds me more of a Plague Doctor mask that way.
That's fair. Also, Rex at Ice is insane.
Well, I figured, like, if I did Burning's Fire that intense, like, let me open the Burning one for a minute. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna save this one because I would be so sad if my work was lost.
Oh,
It's like, this is burnings, right?
yeah.
I like went all out on that fire. It was much easier than Cryo's Ice, mind you, but I was like, oh no, you know what? If I am going like that ham, like I can't just leave Cryo like where is it? Like this, right? Like that's just too boring. He needs to be cooler.
That's fair. Taco had to highlight a message saying, also, Tare, who's being drawn? And Rebecca appropriately answered, I am. Rebecca's being drawn. The next night says, and like, I really doubt Abuela is a bad person for trying to make Isabella into something she doesn't want to be. What Abuela wanted, is also for her granddaughter to live the life she never could. And that's not a bad intention, but at the same time, she's enforcing a lifestyle upon someone. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really the whole point of the movie, is that, like, she's not a bad person. And you're kind of supposed to get that by the end, and I feel like a lot of people did not get that by the end. Like, and I feel like, I'm not sure if that has to do with the fact that they don't have parents that really, like, they have intergenerational trauma, that it wasn't quite as understandable, if that makes any sense. And I feel like it was, I don't know, like, I have a completely irredeemable grandmother. Like, her mistakes I cannot forgive her for. So I feel like vicariously having that figure to forgive was really healthy for me in
Ooh.
processing that, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
I feel like a lot of people are choosing instead to just stay angry instead of using the film as the healing sort of metaphor it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which I think is also hard because, like, you certainly want a measure of accountability for that sort of stuff. That I feel like, kind of just because,
Yeah.
like, the resolution is a little bit quick there, that can feel like you almost feel cheated out of that.
The nature of film, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've legit heard people complaining like, she didn't even really say sorry. She did. She really did.
Right there in the last number.
That was actually...
I don't normally get talking about movies. But I love this damn movie.
Like... Yeah. I don't know. I like being able to talk about it with you guys because, like I keep saying, like, my family does not seem to get it at all. It's like, this is dumb. I'm like, it's not though. It's really, really good. I don't want to have to think about this. Then I have to think about how my family's fucked up. And I'm just like, yes, yes, it is.
That's the point. Congratulations.
We are in fact very fucked up. You've taken the first step. Now
Oh, Rebecca, you were saying... Sorry, I just read this message you sent me in Discord. Whiskers and red blush. Is that for you or the little mice?
I'm actually gonna go scavenge for food. I'll be right back.
Alright. Happy scavenging.
Good luck. Have fun. Don't die.
I'll try not to. No promises, though.
Good luck acquiring the nutrition.
Ah, have fun storming the castle.
Tell me all about your adventures when you get back. What accent was that? I don't know. Southern grab bag.
Southern grab bag. God,
Basically.
I love that word.
Oh, Malin is serenading us. Cryo had said, "You did a good job, Rex."
Good.
Radar's here. Hey, Radar, what's up?
Hello.
They were asking, who's Illabella? A friend of Taylor? I don't know that name. Maybe. We're talking about the character from Encanto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cryo answers right below. Next Saint says, as long as it's Disney or Pixar, Tara can go on and on about it.
Harry, if you want to go on and on about Disney and Pixar, we so fucking can.
I didn't think I was particularly someone who did that, but I do love my animated movies, so maybe I am someone who loves that. Becca's saying they love animated things too. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rick, I'm gonna start coloring. If I'm off, let me know. Also, if you have an eye color for me, that'd be great.
So just for fun, Tara, the magic I did in your drawing, I named the layer Razzle Dazzle.
Beautiful.
Pretty good. I'm very proud of that.
Gosh, that makes me think of another musical I didn't actually name when we were talking about that.
And what musical is that?
I was gonna say, yeah, that would be Chicago, if anyone doesn't know.
Oh, I didn't see Chicago.
Give 'em
I have
the
not
old
seen most.
razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle them. Specifically that song.
Oh yeah. You have a really nice voice. What the fuck?
I mask it with my doofiness.
Tara is a very good singer, can confirm.
I mean, we all heard it.
Yeah.
I got caught in 4K.
I heard a cool singing tip that I actually wanted to tell Vix next time. We were streaming together and singing was happening, but I don't think it's happened yet. But the tip is, you know how like a lot of times you're singing and you want to be like, there's a place off Ocean Avenue, and you're trying to like hit the notes, but it's coming out way too softer, or like way softer than you're imagining. You can kind of sing in the same volume you would talk to someone, and just consciously being aware to hit that, of like, use your talking volume while still hitting those notes. Don't back down from that sort of volume and projection.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I have that issue too, where I just kind of, you get self-conscious and you just kind of like
mutter it.
Yeah, and that will like really take the singing up from like from the there's a place off Ocean Avenue to there's a place off Ocean Avenue, something like that. Yeah.
I don't have the self-confidence to play off that.
My stomach
Megan.
hurts too much.
Oh.
I'll believe you, but I ain't trying.
My name. Where I used to sit and talk with you.
Hey.
We were both 16 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night.
Right. Nice night. Yes. Ah. I'm gonna go back to muted while I eat, though. I'll be back.
Appreciated.
Alright, my aunt wants to put on the alarm, so I need to go take Willow for a walk. I will be back.
Okay. Oh, I believe I did. Oh, wait. Pink eyes. I can do pink eyes. I just saw brown and didn't think I saw the one above. Pink eyes are cute. What pink are you thinking? Like, this right now is like a Barbie girl pink, but it can go like a bubblegum or more of a deeper pink. Pastel or pale? Okay. Can do. How about something? Oh, that's a little too close to your skin color. Bump these up a few. How about something like this? Bump. Yes. Excellent. I'm going to color your mouse's ears the same color. Oh wait, mice don't have skin-colored tails, right? They have like fur tails?
They're skin colored generally.
Oh, okay, okay.
They have like a thin fuzz on them, but it's not prominent, I guess.
I was talking with Trick the other day,
Yeah.
and he got new mice. Nice little mice pets, or little rat boys.
Cheese boys.
And one's like a soft brown and one's a soft gray. They're heckin' cute.
Aww. Mice are very cute when they're not in my walls.
Yes.
I was so convinced my cat is a terrible mouser, but since we moved here, she's caught 2 mice.
Ooh.
But I've also seen her like in a room with a mouse, and she'd just sit there and stare at it and do nothing. So I think that's why I was convinced that she was useless at it. Turns out when you just leave her to her own devices, she just does it.
Oh, Nice Night is saying, is it just me or are the later subs gravitating more towards modern outfit styles? Right, I forgot that I was pushing everyone to, like, do...
Be a weirdo.
Yeah, be a weirdo, not a, like, regular dress. Ah. Now I'm upsetting spaghetti. This mouse is brown. Just because I was inspired from Trick's mice to make a gray one and a brown one. Oh, Becca say these mice bring me so much joy. Oh,
Yeah. They're very cute.
oops.
Look at those little cheese boys.
Oh, Becca, I wanted to ask you. You said like a blushing face and whiskers. Were you talking about the mice or yourself? Like, do you want whiskers on yourself? Like painted on? Or like actually sticking off or something like that? I'm getting blushy cheeks. A lot of red on the face. Okay. Can do. I think this is perfect dark we're listening to now. I think. Hello.
Hello.
Ab says, I know I was basically not here for the whole stream, but I'll be going now.
Okay.
Hello,
Yes.
goodbye.
Bye bye, abs.
Oh, Abs is sleeping?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go too. Apparently my cousin was waiting for me to eat, and I did not realize that she was doing that. She didn't even text me. I feel so
Oh.
bad. Yes, I'm gonna go watch a movie with her.
Alright. Bye, fish.
Bye, fish.
Bye-bye.
My fish.
Hmm. Well, I don't
Wait,
think
how
I'm
do I
going
leave?
to.
Okay.
Oh shoot, that does mess things up a little bit. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wonder if I can fix this. Cohesively. What if
Cohesion.
I do this?
Never met her.
Ah! That does work.
Unfortunately, I took too long to eat, so my head's starting to hurt.
Oh no.
So
Bug.
we'll see if that goes away or gets worse.
I hate the not eating hurt thing.
Yeah, I shouldn't do that because I'm prone to migraines, but I keep doing it anyways.
Okay. Fixing things. La la la. Gosh, I kind of moved everything around today. Everything's all different.
Everything's changing.
I don't like it. I'm allergic to change.
I'm allergic to change. Yeah, Cobalt, I'll keep you by the logo.
Get me by the logo.
Alright. There. Okay. Woo! Alright. That does mean that, I guess how I have this set up is the screen is favoring the right side of your screen, Rex. Maybe I can set that up, so...
Here, I'll get my drawing centered so you can futz however you need to.
Okay, yeah, I'll set that up. Do. Okay. Yeah, so you're centered.
Perfect. I'll try to work mostly in the middle of my screen.
Yeah.
I'll probably forget, and if I do, I'm sorry to the viewers.
Yeah, I'll squish myself around here too, so people can see what I'm doing.
Yo, I even put on a playlist Spotify made of this band, and they played one song, and now they're just playing random shit again. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, jeez.
I give up. It'd be one thing if they were at least keeping it to the same genre, but they're not. It's all over the place.
What? Nil had said, I hope their yellow team, our ugly team, could use some charm.
Wow.
Damn.
You said it, not me.
because it's fun to talk about ideas. I was talking with the crew a little while ago, and we had mentioned the idea of doing something like Hogwarts houses, but having it more be the color in 4-hit combo you are, deciding what team you are, and maybe doing something like, who knows, like light competitions between the teams, like assigning everyone like a team and the leaders of 4-hit who would be that team's lead.
Oh. I remember some of this conversation, but not all of it. That's why I made the noise of surprise.
I was just curious how that might sound to people. Sound cool, sound dumb. Nice. So who's going to lead yellow team? Trick isn't here anymore.
Yeah, we don't need a yellow team. It's fine.
Well, I guess I could shuffle Burning off to yellow and then Morden off to orange. No. Make an honorary
Y'all are on
yellow
your
member.
own.
Yellow
Rogue house.
Cancelled.
Some sort of sorting hat being like, and yellow team is chaos team. You're on your own. Bye.
Fun fact, I originally picked purple just because it was a gap to fill.
Yup.
Yup. I'm okay with that because I have a lot of favorite colors, so I wasn't like, no, I need to be this color. Rah, rah, rah. Okay, I'm actually going to BRB for a minute. My parents are away from home and I have to go let their dogs out before it gets too late, so I will be back soon.
Oh, okay. I'm
I'll
not
let the
sure
dogs
exactly how long I'm going to be streaming, so you might come back to not a stream.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll just put cryo front and center so people can marvel over the fact I learned to draw ice just this stream.
There we go. Alright, if I don't see you, good luck.
Yeah.
That works.
Bye, everybody.
And then there were two.
Dun dun dun.
Maybe a bit too much red. I'll tone it down.
Yeah, maybe a bit red.
Nice Knight says, I don't think purple was actually made part of the OG colors until Rex chose to be that color. So that meant Rex accidentally opened a whole new chapter by choosing purple. Purple.
What about Xenia?
Oh yeah, the colors were actually changing. Like the first color lineup was actually brown, blue, red, yellow. And then the next color lineup was red. Oh, I forget who was second. it was red, purple, green, and pink. So pink was actually its own color for a while. And then I wasn't sure if I would like tie the colors in with the person or tie them in with something else. And then I kind of just landed on the video game colors of red, blue, green.
Blue, green, yellow.
Yeah. Solely for the reason that they're the video game colors.
Yep.
Becca, what do you think of that? How am I doing? Nice. It says, I don't think the colors stayed after each season. Wow. I added an H in there.
I didn't notice it until you made a point of it.
A season. I don't think the color stayed after each season, which is why I didn't count Xenia until recently when these 6 colors became the staple thing for the channel. Because if we go by that logic, brown would also have been there. Yeah, no, kind of like for the channel's like official colors, it's kind of like just the 4. Purple and orange are extra things. I don't know. And then kind of just for like the fun groupings, have I done the purple and orange team? But like the main 4 are just the 4, and it's 4 hit combo, not 6.
Yeah.
And then like everyone also gets their own color there within.
Because, you know, you have to have 4 different blue people.
Yeah, Cryo was saying, I don't really count the teams as a real thing. That's just kind of something the community has taken on themselves. Cryo says the only team stuff was me and Vix joking about blue team because of RVB. Real value buddies. I don't know what RVB means.
Literally red versus blue, I think.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, Nil and Cryo both correct. I say yes. That. Becca says, I like it. Awesome. So,
Yay.
if you're wondering what the heck's up with the coat, I was kind of thinking it would be a fun detail to kind of make it little yellow triangles to be like cheese for the rats and the mice, but not look like cheese. But you know, and now we all know.
Cheese, but it not cheese.
Yes. Hidden cheese value hoodie. have the approval. Hooray! I probably should have asked about the approval a while ago. But I just
Probably.
went with it. Yay, doing things and not having it blow up in my face. Yay! Rebecca says maybe it'll appear in the merch shop one day. Maybe. No. Can't make promises.
Don't count on it.
Well, we heard it here. Leader of the merch shop. And I only say that because Burning's not here to argue otherwise.
Well, you're like the overall boss, so but you say goes, which means I'm the leader now.
Okay, no, polka dots don't work. I was trying it, didn't like it. Changed my mind. Oh, also Cobalt Senior's here. Hello! Welcome.
Well, there's a knife frizz here. Hello.
I ain't saying the color and the pattern gives him Mexican vibes. I don't know if that's not racist. Just, is it?
I mean, only because the idea is in my head, I can kind of see a plate of nachos right now.
Oh no!
It's like the paler in the middle is the chips and some salsa with the red and some nacho cheese with the yellow.
Well, Rebecca does say, I do enjoy nachos. And say I am Puerto Rican. Well, as long as we have your blessing. Alright, but yeah, if you like it, I think I'm done.
I am Puerto Rico.
Yeah, she's cute. Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna do my exporting song and dance. Oops. That's not it.
I was just trying to make a random noise, but it kind of sounded like Digimon. God damn it.
Do 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 do.
Yep.
So I normally name everybody by their sub name. Rebecca, did you want yours to be Rebecca 828SS, or did you want it to be WithoutAMouse? WithoutAMouse. Oh my god, is that your other screen name?
Without the mouse.
Without a mouse, okay. Or without a mouse. Gotcha. I don't know why, but Qwiskyy, the version I did of him, just looks comically happy. And it kind of makes my day.
A little bit.
Not gonna lie. I just did you. Where did I save you?
Are you losing our subs already?
Oh, right, W. W goes alphabetically, W's at the end. Dur, dur, dur. I really gotta condense my lineup, because right now to move things around, I have to like export things like 3 times. Hey! Nice night! Nice night says Rebecca pulling a tear and turning a 13-letter phrase into 17 letters. I just thought they looked nicer there. Oh, and Nice Night also says, I like how you do Qwiskyy tear. It actually feels like Qwiskyy. Good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I've done this easy enough that I can indeed add new people to the lineup.
I think what was confusing me earlier about edible is because it says editable instead of you can edit it as opposed to you can eat it.
Oh, did I misspell that?
I think so.
Ah,
I
fuck.
think that's what confused me earlier.
Oh, when spell check doesn't help me.
No, because it's still a real word.
It's a real damn word. Okay, let's pop over to the break screen. Maybe chill and vibe for a bit, and then we'll probably end it. Bloop.
To the couch.
To the couch. Huzzah! Oh, you're flying. Go, Paul.
I can float now.
Let's put you down here. There we go.
Almost solving the puzzle just to have it completely obliterated.
Bye, Birdie.
Which is funny because if it's in reference to what I think it is, it was Bernie that was doing the puzzle.
Yeah, Birdie was the one getting his puzzle obliterated. Rebecca says, I like mice, but I don't have a real mouse. Aww.
Had rats for 2 weeks. They just didn't work out for me.
Nils says, I just realized the person's username without a mouse has 2 mice in their chibi.
Irony.
Oh, and you like my coffee mug. Excellent. Oh, the main screen above us broke. I'll remove that.
Oh, yeah, that is very weird and crookedy.
Yeah. Also, Nell said something about as long as we're begging, tear. What are you begging me about?
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh, he says, do you have any idea when the next community game might be? I've been itching to play Quiplash. Oh, we can make that relatively soon. I know our plans for Saturday are taken. But I know Cryo was trying to actually arrange something for sometime soon. Latest it will be would probably be this Tuesday, I guess? Question mark?
You said next week.
Yeah, Cryo. Okay, Cryo's on it.
Oh, and they asked what happened after 2. I took them back to the store. It wasn't panning out. They didn't like die or anything. They're fine.
What happened?
I said I had rats for like 2 weeks, and then they asked what happened after 2 weeks.
They're just the rats that live like 2 weeks long.
No.
Don't make people sad.
It's terribly sad. Terribly sad.
Yeah, you.
Aw. Neil says, I'm sorry to beg, but it's very good at laughs. I think we could all use some laughs right now. Oh. Oh. Things be hard.
I like this new format, but this screen in particular right here is not great for the OCD.
Wait, why's that?
Because it's not like lined up.
What's not lined up?
The chat.
Oh yeah, the bubbles are completely dependent on how big your thing is.
Yeah.
I was thinking of making it bigger, but then like all the like little one-word chats, I don't know, they all got pushed to the left, so it was like maybe making it its own size would be fine. And I guess I could make it left aligned too. I don't know, I just didn't like it. I thought center was okay. What do you think? And that was for chat.
Yeah.
It works really well when you do the emotes, I think. Just having like a middle emote in there. Blank. I was about to be like, whoa, Cobalt, why is your text box so big? And I forgot your name is enormous.
My name too heckin' big.
It's too heckin' big for the chat box. Oh yeah, it's interesting. If you do one emote, it'll be big. If you do multiple, it'll be bigger. Oh, also Cryo said it's like a Persona 5 text conversation, and heck yeah, maybe that's what drew me to it. But I also like this channel is all about representing yourself by like a color or something. And I really like that these text box thingies, you are your own color or whatever, or like whatever you pick for your name to be, you are that color.
Yeah.
So like, just the color representation is super nice. Alright, well, I'm just, sitting.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I missed something.
No says maybe I can at least get a snicker. What was the most remarkable invention of the last 100 years? The answer was the whiteboard. And I just sighed, and Cryo was like, ban nil.
Oh my god, a Nightbot did say, God damn it, Nil, why?
I think I burned myself out. My eyeballs are getting tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired too. I think it makes sense to call it. We're just kind of sitting here on the couch, letting chat do their own thing. We can do that in the Discord.
It's very true.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys so much for vibing with us on Art Day. Qwiskyy and WithoutAMouse, enjoy your new chibis. They'll be appearing periodically in the ticker tape below. And just so you know, I update the chibi lineup every month. So if you're subscribed at the beginning of the month, you'll appear. If you're not subscribed,
How dare you?
You won't. But it's more because I want to say thank you to the people who are subscribed. And that's how I've elected to do that. Anyways, so we'll probably, or we'll definitely be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, we'll catch you all next time on...
Shit, the number.
Shit, the number.
4.
Hit.
Combo!
We can do it with 2. We win.
Yay! It picked up that 4, right?
Puppers, you just got that in time. Yeah, we'll be rating whoever that is. While I get that set up, tell everybody what they're doing and who they are. We'll see you later. Bye!
Night!